Okay, we are gonna try a different kind of video today because I am gonna see if I can find something that is as special as Pat McGrath's special shades in her palette. This is the, what is this one called? The Mothership 3 Subversive. This is one of the, I think this is one of the first palettes that came out. Well, it's number 3, but I think she came out with more than one at the same time. I did receive this as a gift from a friend. And so this is what she looks like. This palette has, does it have 2 or 3 special shades? I think it has 4 special shades here at the end, and then it's 2 mattes, one that's more of a satin, and then it's 3 shimmers. This one has more glitters, but I think these are the more baked special shades. And these are nice, do not get me wrong, but this palette is expensive, and I'm not saying that I'm gonna find color dupes. I just want to show you swatches of other special shades in my collection to show you that it is not unique for Pat McGrath to have this kind of a finely milled glittery formula. So let me see if I can swatch this on my hand. I have a bit of a stain here from something else that I did. These are the 4 shades and we're gonna swatch these, and I'm just gonna show you the kind of the formula. This is a beautiful formula. I will say that this one here is, I don't want to say weak, but in the lack of a better word, it is a bit weak. It's just not that impressed with this one. So these are what this one looks like. I mean, they're nice, don't get me wrong, but they're not that amazing so that I cannot swatch them. They're just finely milled glittery shades with a bit of a duochrome thing to them. So let me get this off and we can see if I can find something similar. I do have a couple here that I'm gonna show you. And the first thing that I came to think about is the Deep Sea Luster palette by Kaleidos Makeup. This was the first palette that they came out with. This has turned into the unicorn of the beauty community because this is discontinued. You can no longer get a hold of this, but you can get these smaller palettes by Kaleidos. I brought out 2 here as well, just to show you that they have the same formula in this as well. But this bigger one, this one is discontinued. It was called the Deep Sea Luster palette, like I said. And this is what she looks like. This one has some similar shades, as you probably can see. These are pretty similar. These are pretty similar. So I'm gonna swatch these just so you can see how they look, and the cat hair is optional. And as you can see when I'm swatching this, I hope you can, these are so similar. Let me swatch this one. Like, honestly, how are these? They are so similar. This is the most similar formula I have ever found to the Pat McGrath special shades. Kaleidos Makeup has a very different price range when it comes to what they are charging for their palettes. I wanted to show you, oh, let me just wipe this. I wanted to show you the other palettes because this one is no longer available, the Deep Sea Luster palette. The Deep Sea Luster palette had 1, 2, 3, 4 of these special shades. Maybe this one isn't a special. It had 3 special shades, 1 duochrome, and then 2 very metallic one, and then just a couple of sets. This one was amazing. I truly see why this is the unicorn of the makeup community. It's absolutely beautiful. I hope they do something similar in the future, but whatever they come up with, I'm sure I'm gonna love it. This is the Futurism 3 Astro Pink. This has one of these special shades right here. This is the same glittery formula. It's just darker. It's just darker and more blue. I hope you can see that this is more of a periwinkle purple and this one is more blue. But other than that, it's the same sparkly formula. So if you wanted that kind of formula in a more of a blue thing, I highly recommend this. I love this altogether. And then in this one, I just want to show you, because this is the newest palette. This one has 2 of these special shades, but these are even more glittery. And this one is more of a turquoise with a bit of a gold flip. Truly this one is better than the Pat McGrath one. This is, oh my god, this is so stunning. So yeah, if you wanted to try the Pat McGrath special formula, but you didn't want to buy that price range, the Kaleidos is very similar, and also the mattes from Kaleidos, I would say, are pretty similar to the Pat McGrath mattes. Very, very nice formula. Highly, highly recommend. So that is the first thing I'm gonna mention. I also wanted to talk about the Devinah shadows. These are very, very, what are these called? Like sparklers? I don't know. This is, the one I showed you now is Kazukos. And this isn't the same formula. This is a bit more flaky, but to be honest, I can't really make this one work either without a glitter glue. But this one will give the same duochrome, shimmery, super sparkly effect. So if you were looking for that, I highly recommend these from Devinah. They will give a similar effect on the eyes. These one are more darker multichromes, but these one, the lighter ones, they're inspired by Candy. They very much give the same effect, I would say, as these two. I don't think anyone's gonna be like questioning if this is an expensive high-end formula, because it is absolutely stunning on the eyes. I will try and link everything that I'm talking about down below so that you can have a peek if it's something you're interested in. I also wanted to show you a formula. Ooh, this is from Looxi. This shade here is called Sweet Tooth, and this is meant to be the same kind of shade as this one here. I don't know if she's still selling this shade, but it is also that very iridescent, sparkly pink duochrome. I don't know if you can see it here, but let me tell you, these are extremely similar. I swatched this over a stain, so that wasn't smart, but they are extremely similar. She also has one that's called Walk of Shame, and it's the same formula, but it is a violet shift instead of a pink. These are meant to emulate these special shades. Looxi has more like shades that have more like sparkle. This one is called Dreamboat. This is also that like more like see-through base with a very sparkly, iridescent, beautiful, special sheen. So if you wanted to have some special shades that are a bit shimmery, I would say that both Devinah and Looxi could be an option for that, to find if you just wanted to buy like some singles that are like a bit sparkly and fun. I totally do think that on the eyes, and that's the thing, on the eyes, when you swatch them, do they feel the same? No. When you get them on your eyelid, do they look similar enough? Yeah. Are they color dupes? This one is pretty much a color dupe for the one from Pat McGrath, I would say. The one from Pat McGrath has more like glittery particles, and this is more of a smooth pink maybe, but they have the same tone, definitely. I also wanted to show you, let me clean my hand. This is the Colourpop palette, and not that I think that Colourpop is the same formula, I don't, but I wanted to show you, they do have some of the new ones. This one is called Earthshine. This one is in the It's My Pleasure palette, and this one is that like duochrome with a glittery finish, and I'm not saying that this is a dupe, but it is that kind of a effect. It is a bit sheer, it is very smooth, and it is a bit of a glittery duochrome effect to it. They also have the same in this one that's called Mr. Sandman. It's pretty much, this one is darker though, but it's the same idea. It is like a duochrome with a shimmery flip. So the thing with these special shades is that they're very smooth and they're semi-opaque, and they have a lot of micro glitter shimmer in them. Not like a pressed glitter at all, but just super, super shimmery. And I do feel like some of the new formulas from Colourpop does have that. Are they as shimmery as the Pat McGrath one? I don't know. Let me get this one on the finger again so you can see. Is it that much of a difference now that you see it here? Let me put some new of this. I mean, I don't see that much of a difference. Let me tell you, I don't see that much of a difference. Let me get rid of this one and we can swatch this one instead. It's called Antimatter, because this one also has that glittery form. Like, it's not that different. It's really not that different. You can see it's the same like semi-opaque, super glittery formula. So I will say the Pat McGrath ones are really nice, but there are other options as well. But are they as smooth? I don't know, but I will say they give the same effect. I'm not gonna lie, they give the same effect. Another formula that gives pretty much the same effect, let me see if I can, are the two, like the glittery formulas from Nabla. They have two in this palette, that's what I wanted to say. This one is the Cutie Palette in Coral. It is this glittery formula that they have, and I feel like both of these shades are that. I hope you can see, it's very sparkly, and it's the same here. It's a semi-opaque with a glittery flip. These are so, I love this palette, by the way. So, and Nabla also has this kind of formula as singles, not with these exact colors, but like similar ones. So, these are not dupes, these are not color dupes. I'm just saying that also a super shimmery, glittery flip. I also wanted to mention these are Touch of Glam, and she also makes these smooth, like almost glittery eyeshadows that have a very nice, let me see if I can, very nice, these are more opaque though, at least maybe not that blue. This seems more like the formula that's in the Pat McGrath. They're like also very sparkly and shimmery, and they do have, this one has the same as this one, but it's just more cool tone with a bit of a goldy flip, but this one is just more cool tone, and this more of a periwinkle. It seems a bit like these here, not gonna lie. Touch of Glam does a lot of really nice metallics that have that glittery flip to it. The light one, this one was Lovechild, and the darker one is called Your Majesty. And as you can see, she has a bunch of different ones, and you can probably ask her on Instagram to make sure that you're getting the ones that have a bit of a sparkly finish. But yeah, she makes really, really nice metallics, and if it's like the sparkliness you're after, you could definitely get it from Touch of Glam. I think that her eyeshadows are really nice. I am going to show you a bit of a thing that I thought I didn't have. Everybody's saying that they think, which side am I on? That they think that the Galaxy Shadows by JD Glow is the definite dupe, and I don't talk about JD Glow shadows on my channel. I thought I decluttered these. I actually told my friend, like, I have decluttered these, but that was a lie. I hadn't. I just put them to the side, and I found them when I was looking for something else. Let me see if I have any of the Galaxy Shadows. This is a Galaxy Shadow, and the thing is why I wanted to declutter these, it's because they smell weird. And these were sent to, this is the thing, these were sent to me before the collection was released. So these are pretty old. These are not the oldest single shadows in my collection. They're not at all the oldest one I have. The oldest one I have in my collection is way older than this. I'm talking like a half a year, maybe a year older than this. But I did get sent this as PR before they released the shadows, and they have pretty much all of them changed, so I don't recognize them anymore. And I thought I decluttered them. This one is Peacock. I don't have a lot. This was Confetti. I don't think even that they have these shades anymore. This is Cleopatra. Like I said, I don't think they have these shades. This is Cotton Candy. So let me see. Yeah, you can see this one is pretty dull. They just changed, and that's why I don't talk about that one. It's not that impressive. This is why I don't talk about the JD Glow eyeshadows on my channel, because mine, that was chunky. Mine went bad. Mine went bad, and I don't, wow, that was not a good swatch. Mine went bad, and I just didn't want to buy anymore before I got to see if other people were having the same issues as I was having, because I didn't want to invest a lot of money in buying shadows from JD Glow if they were gonna go bad within a certain amount of time, because these are the only single shadows I have except one single from Nabla that has gone bad on me. So I'm just kicking back and I'm waiting to see, maybe this is mean, but I'm waiting to see how these shadows are gonna react with my friends. Are theirs gonna go bad in another year as well? Because if not, I'm guessing that she changed the formula and maybe I can invest in some of the new ones, and I probably got some of the older ones and she probably changed the formula. That is probably true. That is probably true. But for right now, I'm just chilling a bit more to see if anyone else has had the same experience as I have had, because I've actually had to throw some away that actually dried out and cracked out of the pan. And as you can see, mine doesn't swatch that impressive at all. They just changed. You changed. So yeah, that's why I don't really talk about my Galaxy shadows, because mine doesn't perform the way that everybody else's does. So I'm just waiting. So I know a lot of people say that they are a dupe of the Pat McGrath shadows, and maybe the new ones are, but I wouldn't be able to tell, and this is the reason as to why. Let me show you the last one, and it's obviously going to be the Cleonad ones. These are the Stained Glass shadows by Cleonad. Can I fit myself and this palette? I got sent this collection as PR. Let me see if I can get rid of some of the swatches in my hand so we can get some here. And I would say if you just want to get one shadow and you want to emulate this kind of a sparkly effect, I would highly recommend to try something like this, to be honest. You probably can see by the texture that some of these are more sparkly than others. And that is true. Some of these are more sparkly than others. Like this one, for example, I'm gonna try and do, this one is not as sparkly, but it is highly reflective. I'm gonna try and do a favorite video with the Cleonad shadows and see if I can, this one is more of it, that sparkly formula, and see if I can emulate and show you my favorite ones. Oh my god, I love this so much. Because there are some here that definitely can get the same effect as the, oh my, do you, no, maybe you don't. That one is such a nice green purple reflect, it's crazy. Oh my god. But yeah, definitely the Cleonad ones that have this kind of glittery thing. I do know, let me see if I can wash these off. I do know that they have a bundle with these three glittery shades together so that you can get just those, because those are the ones that are very sparkly. They will need you to, like, you need to work them in a bit because they are a bit flaky, but on the eyes these are more spectacular than the special shades, the ones here. I'm also going to show you ones that have a bit more color to them so that you can see how those look. These are so nice. Like, do you see anything? Probably not, but you can see on my finger how cool that is. And then there are ones that are a bit more sparkly, like this one, for example. Where am I going to put this? I'm going to put it here. And you can see this one has a lot more of a sparkle to it. This one is very similar to the Pat McGrath special shades. The ones that have a bit more sparkle to them. I can't get to the names, but I will tell you, if you look at my swatch video, I will link it down below. Just look for the ones that have a bit more sparkle to them. They will get you that sparkly effect on your eyes that you wanted. And I will also link to this duo that has the three sparkly glittery iridescent shades, because this is sold as a duo, and I will find that and link it down below. None of this video is sponsored. This is just me trying to find some things in my collection. And this isn't me telling you that Pat McGrath isn't good or that it isn't worth the money. I'm just telling you that people keep referring to these as special shades, as if you couldn't find anything that gives the same effect on your eyes. But you most definitely can. You most definitely can find something that gets you the same kind of effect on your eyes, I'm telling you. And if you want to get something that is as close as possible to the Pat McGrath formula, I would say go with Kaleidos Makeup. That is very similar in formula all over the whole spectrum, to be honest. If you just want to get something super spectacular, I would say the Stained Glass or the the iridescent shades from Devinah, the ones up here. I think they're called sparklers. Those are very, very spectacular on the eyes. I will say to get these to be super spectacular, I have to either foil them or use a glitter glue. And it is basically the same with all of these shades that are a bit more flaky. Usually the more flaky shades, if you work with them a bit, they're gonna be spectacular. I feel like I need to take a shower. But I really loved filming this video. I thought this was really cool. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know your favorite special formula. Maybe there's something I'm missing. Maybe there's something I need to know about. I do have a collection coming my way that I bought from Terra Moonstone Cosmetics. Maybe when you're seeing this video, you have already seen those. I don't know, but when I'm filming this, I hadn't received them yet, and that's why I couldn't put them in the video. But I do think that they're also going to be that kind of a unique, special, extra, blah, blah, blah formula that's really gonna give your look a pop. Look at this. Look at this. But yeah, that's gonna be everything for this video. If you want to give some suggestions, do give me some suggestions down below. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to upload as much as possible now because I have a lot of videos that I want to get up before the end of the year, you know, tying up projects and starting new projects and all of that. So I will see you in my next video. That's gonna be real soon. Bye!